Welcome to another episode of the Black and Gold Report presented by Pepsi, a show all about UNC Pembroke athletics. I'm Cameron Songer, and on this week's show, we get a softball season update from UNCP softball head coach Brittany Bennett. We'll also talk to Director of Athletics Dick Christie. But first, it's my pleasure to be joined in studio by softball head coach Brittany Bennett. Coach Bennett, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having us.
The Braves are 20, 21, and 1 overall and have 12 games left on the 2016 regular season schedule. Your team is right in the thick of things in the race for that coveted berth into the Peach Belt Conference tournament, but give us an update on the progression of your young team heading down the stretch.
Sure, you hit the adjective really well there with our young team, and we are very, very young, and we're trying to work through some of that youth. You can really see it when we struggle. It really comes out, but you know, I told the girls, I think just last week, that we were going to keep fighting and that we had a really good chance this year. And I'm just really, really proud of the way we played, because we played almost all of our games on the road to start the season, and we're finishing the season, you know, playing all the games at home, and all but Aiken's left at home. And I think that we showed up and competed, and we lost some games that we shouldn't have, but we showed up and competed for those, and I think that it's paying off, because when it's gotten really hard, we're actually coming out on top now instead of on the other side of it. So yeah, our team's young, but I hear that a lot. I say it to them a lot because I'm trying to get them to grow and to mature. So that's going to take some time. You know, obviously every year that they play and get more experience, we're going to get better and better, but I'm still focused on these last 8 conference games, and I want to win at least half of them, if not more, and I want to come out of this thing better than we have in the last 3 years. So
UNCP has won 6 of its last 8 contests, including a key doubleheader sweep of Augusta at home on Monday afternoon. The Braves toughed out a 1-0 win in Game 1 of that twin bill, then came back from a 3-0 deficit to win in walk-off fashion in the second game. Your team is starting to show its resiliency at the right time of the season.
Yeah, I like winning 1-0. I don't think we've done that since Kutztown, which is the first game of the season. You know, anytime your pitcher throws a shutout, you can be really excited about that, because that's rare, and especially in the Peach Belt, that's an offensive league. You know, I think they have shown a lot of resiliency, but, you know, I grind on them all the time. You know, I'm constantly on them. I'm constantly trying to get them to understand that just because we lose 2 games, or we just don't get 2 here or there, or someone takes one from us, you know, that doesn't dictate who we are for the rest of the season. You know, it's really, really hard to explain to kids that this is a long season and every game counts. And in the Peach Belt, you know, you have 4 of the top the top 4 teams are ranked top 25 in the country. This is no easy show, and no matter if they're at the bottom of the conference or at the top of the conference, anyone can beat anyone on any single day. So we're just trying to fight for everything, every single W that we can add up on that list, and hopefully get into that conference tournament.
How important is momentum at this point of the season? And what kinds of things do you do in practice to keep this momentum going heading into home games this week with Wingate and Flagler, as well as nationally ranked Armstrong State?
Well, you know, I think the girls always get excited to play good competition, and, you know, Wingate's a regionally contending team. They actually are one of the teams that have beat North Georgia and Courtney Poole this year, so our kids will get excited, and they always like playing at home. You know, I never think that we have to worry about playing at home. The excitement level is always there. You know, winning helps. You know, we've won, you said, 6 out of the last 8. Anytime that we start to put some wins together, you know, practice gets a little easier. They buy in a little bit more. So, you know, I'm excited about the week coming up. I mean, it's 6, I think, really grueling games for us. But I think that it's 6 games that we can, you know, Wingate will set us up very well for the Peach Belt. Their pitching is good, and that's what we're going to see on the weekend. You know, and last year we only lost to Armstrong, I think, by a run in the first game. So we're looking to take that one from them. You know, anytime you can take a W from a ranked team that's above you in the conference, you know, that will help. But I think at this point it's game by game. I think they're just looking at every single opportunity. I think too much at the beginning of the year we were looking forward and really like trying to count things and really think, oh, well, if they do this, if they do that. I think now we're just going doubleheader every time we play. I think that's what our focus is. I think that's what the girls are thinking, and I think we're just trying to find a way to play 7 innings at a time.
You still have 8 league games left to play this year, including 6 at home, as well as doubleheaders against 2 of the 3 teams at the bottom of the standings. Are you happy with the position your team is in heading down the stretch?
Well, I think that most people would say they're very happy. You know, I have high expectations for this team still. You know, we still have, I think now it's 8, I think it's 10 doubleheaders left. I have high expectations at all times with this team. You know, I'm never ever going to settle for this team to play mediocre, even if it's the last game of the season, because, you know, you're always coaching to make your team better. I'm happy where we're at. You know, obviously I thought we should have won a couple games here and there, so I'd rather be in a little bit better position. But, you know, sometimes we like to make it hard on ourselves. But Coming up, we have just Armstrong and Aiken that's above us. So if we can compete well against them and just take care of business against everyone else, I do feel good that we're not facing North Georgia, Armstrong, and Young Harris, the top 3 teams in the conference, where we are facing people that are beatable. So I'm excited. I'm really rooting for this team. I really like this team a lot. I get on to them, but we also laugh a lot, and we have a really good time. And I'm excited about this next 2 weeks. It's pivotal.
We've mentioned this before, but you lovingly refer to the 2016 edition of the Braves as #Team3, being that is your 3rd season as the head coach of the softball program here at UNC Pembroke. Talk about the chemistry this year's club possesses and some of the things that have made you most proud as their head coach.
Well, I kind of fell on the bandwagon. I've seen people be like, oh, Team 29. I'm like, you know what, we're just going to go with it. We're going to go Team 3. I've loved each team that I've coached here very differently. The first year, I don't even remember it. I was so fast, and I was just trying to get these kids to buy into what we were selling. And it just went so fast, and I had a great group of seniors of that class. And then last year, it was really about turning the page and those seniors setting the tone on, we are going to win and we are going to compete, and we need to get closer in the games, and we need to not give up. And they really did that by leaving us with a winning record. And then this year, the chemistry is high. We got really good personalities on this team. We got some strong personalities. We got some funny personalities. We've got some easygoing personalities. And, I never try to recruit all the same kids. I try to recruit a good mix of diverse student athletes because, we don't want to all look the same or act the same, because then we'll all just be angry all the time. But I will tell you, this has been my favorite Pembroke team so far to coach, and I actually think that I'm lucky that I get to look them in the face every day, because they really, truly are a good group of girls.
We need to take our first time out on the Black and Gold Report, but we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Black and Gold Report. I'm joined once again by softball head coach Brittany Bennett. Let's talk about some individuals now that have played some big roles for you this year, beginning with junior college transfer Abby Walters, who's contributed both at the plate and in the pitcher's circle. How important has Abby been to the success of the Braves this year?
Well, I could talk about Abby for a very long time. This video is going to be watched by a lot of different people, and there are people that have never seen us practice and maybe have never seen us play. And any single human being on this planet would love to coach Abby Walters. I mean, she works hard every single day. She takes criticism extremely well. She loves to be coached. She wants to get better. Just that status alone for her makes our team better. When one of your best players, strives to get better every day, our team will grow around her. I told her parents yesterday at the game, I said, I'm actually sad I didn't have her as a freshman and a sophomore. That kid has just been lights out all season, and she is such a hard out. I've seen her hit the ball, 300 feet. I've seen her hit rockets on the ground. I've seen her kind of grow in the box even in the last 2 weeks. She has just been a huge asset for our program. She pitches, she plays right field, she plays first, she plays third. She'll go anywhere I ask her to go. And really, truthfully, that kid is just an all-around great kid.
You got another very solid hitter at the top of your lineup in sophomore Jamie Johnson, who's hitting .369 with 19 extra base hits, 28 runs batted in, including a .426 batting average inside of league play. Jamie's starting to develop into one of your team leaders as well.
Yeah, Jamie's always been a very good player, and I think that it's taken some discipline in the box for her to kind of grow. She's a hard out, and a lot of times people, especially her freshman year, she would kind of just go in and kind of hack at everything. And we've sat down this year and we really told her to work on, if they want to walk you, let them walk you. You're so fast, you're an automatic double for us. And I think it took her a long time to really settle down in the box and really decide what pitches she's trying to look for and hit. And truthfully, I think you said she's hitting .429 in the league. I would say probably 15 balls that she's hit have been line drives that have been just right to someone. So that's not even a true feeling for what she's really doing for us. I mean, she's just a hard out. She's a great base runner. She's a good teammate. I really think that she's growing up, and I'm excited about her possibilities in her last 2 years.
We won't get another chance to sit down with you this season, so I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about your senior class. Morgan Davis, Whitney Jackson, and Katie Saunders will all play their last home game in the Black and Gold on April 17th against Montevallo. What has that group meant to the development of your program?
Well, I'm lucky. I really love those seniors, and I just want to kind of talk about them individually real quick if I have some time. Katie Saunders transferred into here, so she's had to deal with Morgan and Whitney, who are pretty much best friends, and she lives with them, and she really fell into that group, and she started to fit in, and her transition has been wonderful. Katie is a pitcher only. We call those POs. So her time on the field is usually only for one game. But I really feel like that she's bought in and really given me what she can give me. And I'm just overall happy that she chose Pembroke for her last 2 years. And then you have the two sidekicks. If anybody knows them, they're best friends, is Whitney and Morgan. When I came here, I met Morgan Davis in the summer, in the first week of my job. And when I left there, I knew that kid was going to be something special. Morgan she works hard. She gives me everything. She's the same person day in and day out. She's a great teammate. Her teammates love her. I love coaching her. She's given me absolutely zero problems at all in 3 years, and I don't know a lot of coaches that can say that. She holds down second base. These kids love her, and she fights for everything that she wants. And I really do love her. I love her family. I love being around her, and I think that she actually makes me a better person. And then there's Whitney. Whitney, she had so many nicknames her sophomore year. She's grown up a ton. If anyone had filmed her for a week in her sophomore year and then filmed her for a week in her senior year, I think you'd find the same core person that she is, but a totally different person, maturity-wise. That kid comes to practice every day. She outworks everyone, including the coaching staff. And I think she tries to pick her teammates up. She gives me everything that she can. And when she's 0 for 3, 0 for 6, throughout a day, you would never know it because she's such a highlight in the dugout. It's just that group. They're going to be missed. Senior day is going to be tough. But let me just tell you that is a great group of seniors, and this team has really, really loved them, and they have really, really loved them as a team. And I'm so thankful to have them as our 3 seniors, and I'm just proud of everything that they've done to help this program get on the map and to set the tone for the future of this program.
UNCP softball head coach Brittany Bennett, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
As a reminder, all of our remaining softball home games will be available streamed live on the UNCP Braves YouTube page. We'll be right back after this.